X402s are about to change internet payments forever. Internet payments have been the same since 1997. When you would create an account, you would make a purchase or a payment, and you could get the HTTPS 402. We now have the X402s. This allows you to make micropayments in order to get data online. This is extremely useful for AI agents because AI agents bots aren't going to make these accounts, then do these, add their credit cards, and then do payments. They can now, as they request data, send micropayments in crypto and USDC or whatever chain that it's using to these providers. In this video, I want to really break down this concept for you of what X402s are. There's many different X402s tokens already out there, including there's already meme coins on it. There's coins that were already established that are adopting this technology. And there's already like 3 or 4 different chains that are executing this. This is really shaking up Twitter right now, really shaking up tech. And this could be one of the biggest innovations, in my opinion, that we've seen in crypto in 2025. So with all that being said, let's dive in. All right, so Sammy had one of the best posts on X402s that I've seen. He was very early to it. We're gonna have a lot that we're gonna go through. I'm not gonna read this whole thing, and I'm gonna get into the fun stuff of the speculation and the values and all that. But as of right now, I want you just to be able to leave this video with knowing exactly what X402s are, why you should trust them, their problems they have, and so much more. So, A16Z Crypto in 2025 released a state of crypto. And in this, they reported, they mentioned the X402s in the context of agentic agents using these models. So they basically anticipate that this could hit a 30 trillion in autonomous tokens by 2030. Because again, these AI models are able to use this without permission, without accounts or anything like that. The permission is the payment itself. So, if you go on, the backers of the X402s that were launched by Coinbase is, of course, Coinbase, one of the largest exchanges in the world, if not the largest. I know they're competing with Binance. And then Cloudflare. Everybody knows Cloudflare. It's pretty much used everywhere on the internet. Anytime you have something go wrong on your computer, you might see like Cloudflare error or whatever. Everyone knows it. So basically, a lot of this activity is going to be on Base, but it's built cross-chain, as I mentioned in the intro to the video, Solana, Polygon, Near, and all that. You might have noticed that the Virtuals ecosystem, which was this AI ecosystem that I've covered in earlier videos, to where basically this platform is an AI incubator to where these agents are launched, and they each have a token attached to them, and you can speculate on the tokens, and you could use them for what they are. We've talked about a lot on this channel if you've been following, and if you haven't, please go ahead, stop what you're doing, like, repost, subscribe, follow, do all those things, and we'll continue on with this. So that's why there's been a recent AI pump on these agents, because people are speculating on the adoption of this X402 technology and the pros and cons that it could have. And I want to talk about the cons too. I'm not just going to be purely an optimist here. So he goes into, you fast forward a little bit further, and basically you can see that he talks about the acquisition of Coinbase, took center stage earlier this week, but basically the AI agent baby is this. There's a lot of these I want to talk about in a few minutes, but just to hammer in this point of what this is. So this really sums it up and makes it interesting. Again, I'm not going to read all of this. I think the most interesting part about this is that the web today, payments specifically in this context, have 2 broken models. They have the ads that steal attention, and then they have the monthly subscriptions that lock users in. X402s fix this, and they allow instant payments possible. AI agents can use it too, paying other services automatically for data. I want to go specifically into ads in a minute, as that's controversial, and again, there's a few controversial things about this. But yeah, imagine you're an app or an AI agent that wants to grab some data. You ask the website for info, like give me this weather report, and then basically it automatically gives you the HTTP 402 saying you need to pay 0.01 USDC for that. Your app sends you a new request this time, including a little crypto payment. Once the payment is confirmed, the website unlocks the content. So how does this look practically? And this is when we get into some of the agents. And this is like kind of where the controversy begins. So AIXBT was one of the largest or one of the most used models from the Virtuals ecosystem that basically just gave you information and insights to insane things that it held in its API. So, you know, I'm under the model right now, but you're probably familiar with the Twitter account. You can get daily reports, you can chat deeper, you can do watch list alerts, blah, blah, blah. And look at this right here. It's even talking about the, I didn't even know this. It's talking about the current meta direction is the 402 payment infrastructure driving base season. Coinbase, Cloudflare, and Google rolled out support for x402 protocol after months of dormancy. Base Chain's token is tied to it. Virtuals, Ping, Santa, all pumped this. So anyways, if I wanted to use this when it first came out, I had to have a certain amount of their token, and that was equal to like $70,000 worth or more, or something like that, which was crazy, right? Most people couldn't access that. But they changed it to a monthly model to where now you can pay $200 a month or $2,400 a year, or you can pay $1,000 a month to get the ultimate plan. With x402s, which I believe AIXBT is specifically using and going to have support for, you no longer need these paid subscription models. You could actually just request bits of information from it using this x402 and just pay microtransactions on the information that you're used. And that's going to open it up to way more users, way more agents. Again, opening up, as that article said, opening up this potential 30 trillion in autonomous tokens values by 2030, because they can say autonomous because they're agentic. So I hope that kind of paints a more clear picture. I know this is like really techie, and even for me, it's a lot. And if I'm saying anything wrong, if you've noticed anything I've said in this video that might sound off, please leave it down below. You know, give some clarity to it. We're all. This is fresh to all of us. The tech was launched in May, although it is just now heating up. So with all that being said, there's a lot of people talking, but honestly, I asked Grok for a list of kind of what's been hot lately with these models specifically, and it gave me this list. A couple of things stand out to me on this list. Ping, and again, I'm not saying go buy any of this at all. I'm just saying if you're looking for speculation, I'm just giving you the information on what people are speculating on. So Ping is apparently the first token minted and via x402's Observer of Trends. I do have Ping pulled up right here. I did buy Ping at literally this price, which is 30 mil market cap, or what is it, 3 cents. It went all the way to like $80 million market cap just about, and had a huge fall off. Now, the reason I am a little hesitant to say to go heavier in this is because I honestly don't know much about the tokenomics. And going back to the AIXBT thing, is this even bullish for AIXBT? Because you used to have to own their tokens in order to pay them, which would be good for the token value, or they had these monthly subscription models. So I guess you're kind of banking, these models are kind of banking that they're going to make more from being open to the x402 protocol, which it literally has in the AIXBT bio. But I don't know. It's interesting. Again, if you have any thoughts on this, feel free to leave it below. But going back to Ping, I'll actually just type it in real quick. It does claim to be the first token launched on 402. It is at a 30 mil. I do typically like going towards the first meme coins launched on chains or on protocols. And so it looked interesting to me. I bought some of that. I also bought the one on Binance. There's another one on Binance that's like cheaper. I think I'm down on it right now. It's called Ping, but it's spelled P-E-N-G. Very similar vibe, very similar, but again, not saying go buy these tokens, just saying some things I'm looking at. I know even less about this, but I just know BNB has been really hot, and this is a 402. To me, it's a little bit too close to Ping, but whatever. We'll go to a little bit less degenerate stuff, a little bit more actual protocols. Virtuals, of course, virtuals have been heating up. And by the way, if you go to CoinGecko, there's actually an entire section dedicated to these x402s. So we're going to type in x402, and there's ecosystem. It's up 401% right now. And you can just see everything that's like really heating up. Again, here's the Ping that we just talked about. Interesting that Banker's on there. Actually, this is gonna be super interesting for Banker. I want to talk about this later. But Banker, basically, they create wallets for you. They have an online dashboard, and you can like just at them, just ping them in order to like buy tokens for you or leverage trade or whatever. I actually did not know that they were considered under 402s, but I'm happy to see that as I am a Banker holder. This PayPal network thing has just been going crazy. This Pay AI, it's up 1,500% in the last 7 days. It's up 100% in the last 24 hours. Again, I'm not saying buy these like crazy candles, but I'm just talking about what I've been observing. The Santa is very interesting as well. Obviously, it's not like the Christmas Santa. Santa is the swarm of autonomous network task agents. I know this one's really been heating up. This Hurist one, which is another infrastructure with AI, has also been heating up. Don't own any of it. I could make individual videos about all these, but it kind of goes back again and again to what we're talking about here. Instead of having to create API keys and request and do all that, this x402 tech really just allows you to be able to do small calls at once, or allow agents to do small calls at once and pay for information that is actually used. This also goes way deeper than all this. Totally, the co-founder of Solana Labs basically shared an article talking about how x402 solved the original sin of internet ads. And this whole article, I read it, basically argues that you should be able to limit internet ads by using x402s, because they can basically, you can pay for content directly without having to depend on the ads to pay for it if you just want to just get straight to it. Very interesting as well. This, again, lots of pros and cons. The top comment here pointing out the issues in this, saying that this post misses that by paywalling the web and making it dominant monetizing method, you remove the open web principle. Ad networks made that possible. For example, at 0.01 per page, the average Tanzanian wage can only afford 689 pages. This makes it less accessible. So basically, they're arguing that this is making the internet less accessible, and a lot of people don't care if they are watching ads or interacting with ads. But there is a 402 scan to keep up with all this. I know at this point of the video, we've been going for probably over 10 minutes, but this basically just shows on chain what's going on. This is literally x402scan.com. And transactions are up 4% right now. Volume is up 25% right now in the last 24 hours. Buyers are down slightly. Sellers are up by 33%. That's very interesting. You can look at the top servers that are running this model. You can go, I don't recognize hardly any of these. Obviously the 402.xyz. I'm sure if I go a couple pages down, we'll probably already see one of the protocols that we're just talking about. I don't currently, but yeah, it's just very interesting to look at everybody using this. This is just a block explorer like you would see Etherscan or something like that. Everything's on chain. You can see everything clearly, which this transparent model is also bullish in my opinion for internet payment structures moving forward. There's a lot of pros and cons to this whole model. I hope that by the end of this video, you're not bored out of your mind, that maybe you learned something, or maybe you can teach me something below. And I hope this helped you. Very interested to see where this all goes from a tech perspective, from a use case perspective, maybe doing my own thing on 402 scan or 402s versus maybe some of the speculation here. We'll see how it goes. If you like this type of video, please, if you didn't already share, like, do all those things, please do. And I'll see you guys next video.